Deal off between Forest and Tottenham for Morgan Gibbs-White. Welcome to your Forest news. Good morning, good evening, or good night. Hope you guys are doing well, and welcome to your Forest news, where we've got some breaking news to talk to you guys about. You know the drill. Hit the like, hit the subscribe button, all that usual stuff. And let's jump into this. So it was expected that deal was going to be complete today. The announcement was going to come from Spurs today. On who we talking about? Of course, Morgan Gibbs-White. But Marinakis has lost it. Man, I've heard reports to say that he is kicking off backstage about whoever put this 60 million release clause in the contract. He would fire people, but the team that did it are long gone anyway. You've got reports to suggest now that Forest have stopped all communication with Tottenham. They are not speaking to them because they believe Tottenham have made an illegal approach for Morgan Gibbs-White. This is crazy. This is why you don't do business with Spurs. They are scum. I've been telling everyone about it. The goddamn day I was born. So what's actually happened is this. Rob Dorsett has, and big exclusive from him, he said Forest consider deal to take Gibbs-White to Tottenham is currently off. Forest consult their lawyers over what they believe was an illegal approach from Spurs. They never gave permission for talks and have cut all communications with Spurs. They say, he says, unlikely they can block it, but this is definitely going to be delayed. Now, just so you guys understand, maybe some of you do, some of you don't, on transfers, the actual correct procedure for a transfer to happen is that the club approaches the club. They negotiate a fee, let's just say for Morgan Gibbs-White here, they agreed a fee, and then Forest would say, okay, we're happy with that fee. You now have permission to speak to our player who's under our contract, hence why we have to give the green light first. Then they speak to the agent, they agree terms, etc. That's the norm. That's been completely eradicated, by the way, in football. Everyone is speaking to the players first, getting a deal agreed, and then coming across to the clubs and then saying, right, we've already spoken to so-and-so, it's all done, mate, how much do you want? It's technically completely illegal, but to prove it is going to be quite hard because it is the norm practice right now. By the way, pretty much from everyone except for Forest. How many times have we seen this summer alone? Deal agreed with club, player rejected, always in that order. Now, where this is getting very interesting, right, is the release clause itself. Now, release clauses are sometimes published and sometimes private. With the Gibbs-White one, clearly it was completely private. No one knew about it. It was like a shock to everyone and us and you guys when we heard about it yesterday. What Forest is saying here, now they've refused to comment. When I'm saying what Forest is saying, you get what I'm saying. What Forest is saying is that Spurs' bid was so on the money of the release clause that they believe that the release clause has been leaked to Spurs. And that's why Spurs bid that exact money. And it shows you what a tight ass Daniel Levy is, that he got leaked, allegedly, the release clause number, 60 million. And he is such a tight ass that he didn't think, all right, let me go 65 so it kind of just looks, like I didn't know kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? Or let me go like 59 or something and then come back in with 60. No. Mr. Tyas went 60 million, 0 extra pennies, 0 extra pounds. That's the release clause. I'm not paying a penny more. And this is the thing. So how does this leak happen? Well, what we're hearing is that Morgan Gibbs-White agent was literally just whoring him out to clubs saying, because look, I did a video on Patreon. If you want the full details on it, go sign up to Patreon. The link's in the comments. Basically, there was a finite amount of time, shall we say, for Gibbs-White to go for this release fee clause, and it would have had to happen in a certain time, a certain day, etc. So his agent was going around to everyone. And then, as we said to you earlier, Man City were interested, Spurs were interested, but Gibbs-White wanted Spurs. And that's why what's happened has happened. It also makes sense why Man City were talking about 70 million a couple of weeks/months ago. So it's all completely a mess. Now, what does this mean going forward? Do Forest have a case? I think this is Marinakis venting, and I understand why. But I think the bigger issue and the problem is what he's more angry about, which is who's the idiot that put this 60 million in a 40 million pound deal, or 42 million, whatever the final fees are. This is not acceptable, and he's going to lash out. He can't win this. He would need some serious hurdles to win this. All this will do is delay the deal. Now, let's say Marinakis wins. Do I actually want Gibbs-White back? Well, let me ask you guys. Do you want him back under these conditions, knowing that he wanted to go to Spurs, knowing that allegedly his agent, which must mean he had some involvement in it, has been leaking out the release fee clause to certain clubs? My answer is no, man. You're dead to me. You join Spurs, you join Man U, you're dead to me. So if you come back, cool, score your goals, whatever. But you're not the same person, in my eyes, that you were 24 hours ago. So whatever. So I don't mind this being delayed. Why? Because it screws Spurs. Forest can now go and recruit whoever they want to replace him. And we can delay Spurs' plan. And I'll see that as a little moral victory in this whole thing. So my expectation is this still will go through. Marinakis will find it very hard to prove that Levy or whoever at Spurs got leaked the what's it called, release fee clause, allegedly. Because Levy can always just turn around and say, that's what we valued him at. We thought it was 60 million, we went 60 million. Now, I assume in a lot of deals, it's never 60 million, it'd be like 59,999,999. But, you know, this is kind of the line I expect Levy to do. I don't think they would go down into the pennies and the pence of it all. So it's crazy. And this is just such Forest things to happen, isn't it? It's just like, it's our club. Look, bottom line is I still expect this deal to go through. Delay it, cool. But this is going to create another circus act, for want of another phrase, and these things always happen when it comes to Forest, and it's the most Forest thing to do, as I keep saying. If this was him going to, I don't know, Arsenal or whatever, I'd be like, just let him go, man, so we can move on and prepare our stuff. So I'm a bit like, my hatred for Spurs is a case of, you might as well screw him over for a little bit. That's my thoughts on it, guys. Get your thoughts on it in. This is going to develop, no doubt, and change. We will keep you posted as the situation unravels itself. But Forest are seeking legal counsel now on what they're going to do with Spurs. They have completely cut off communications. By the way, neither Spurs or Forest are commenting on any of this. They're remaining silent, which means this is going to the lawyers. This is the beginning. Let's see where it develops. Make sure you've hit the like. Make sure you subscribe. Plenty more coming up on the channel today. Have your notifications on. Come on, you Reds.